Greetings, my fellow Star Wars fans. This is Jedi Master Cyborg, and today I would like to talk about one of the episodes from Star Wars the Clone Wars, the entire season. I would like to talk about this episode came from season 5, episode 20, The Wrong Jedi, which one is the episode I would call the saddest episode of the entire show season, whatever you want to put to that. But that is the episode, the previous episodes that have led up to it, where Ahsoka Tano has been accused of bombing the Jedi Temple, and she is killing which has resulted in killing clones and civilians. And so this is where the Wrong Jedi, episode 20, this is where it all comes to a head and all comes to a conclusion. But before we go on with that, have been trying really hard to promote my channel, okay? And one of the things that a friend of mine from my church has said is that maybe you want to offer a giveaway. And so, okay, let's do that. I'm going to offer a giveaway for the very first time. Now, as you can probably see from behind me, let's see if I lean this way. Okay, you can see right there, right here, I have collected all the kyber crystals, and there you go, over on this side too, from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge from Walt Disney World. These have come from Orlando, Florida, and so I've completed all that collection. This and plus the rare black obsidian kyber crystal, which has, if you put it into the Sith holocron, you get the Supreme Leader Snoke's voice. And so, in my quest to find that black kyber crystal, you have to buy from Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and Doc Ondor's Antiques shop. You have to buy. It's concealed. The black one is concealed in a red kyber crystal container. And so, in my quest to try and find it, I have some spare red kyber crystals. I have here. This is, I believe these are Count Dooku. Maybe open it up and see what's in here. No, these are actually Darth Vader. So I have 3 here from Darth Vader. I have 1. I believe it says Darth Maul. Yes, 1 Darth Maul. I have. Okay, open this one up. I believe this is Darth Sidious. Yes, this is Darth Sidious. Let's see, 4 of them. I have 4 Darth Sidious. And 3. These are Count Dooku. So, what I want to do, I don't really know what I want to do, but I do like, comment, subscribe, especially on this video. Yeah, and I'm telling you, subscribing, that is what I am emphasizing in this video. Subscribe to my channel, please. It would really help me out. And I'm trying to build a following here on YouTube. My channel here is not just Star Wars related. It is a lot of Star Wars related stuff, but it is also a lot of other things, clones, stuff like that. I don't just cover Star Wars related stuff. It is also a lot of other things on my YouTube channel. So if you would like, comment, subscribe. I've recently found out how to view my recent subscribers. So if you do that, my goal here, my first goal, I have 12 subscribers as I've checked just a moment ago. So my goal here is for this giveaway is to reach 100 subscribers. And if I reach 100 subscribers, I will choose someone and I will send them one of these kyber crystals. Now, I am not sure if I'm just going to send out a random one or if I'll send you out one that you asked for. So that would probably have to be, once I get, if and when I ever get to that point and I tell somebody that they won this giveaway, and if they ask, I suppose, at that time, if it ever does come, that they want a specific kyber crystal red one, you have to put these in a Sith holocron. They're right there. Let's see, right there. That's where you have the Sith holocron. So you have to have one of those. You put that in there, and you'll get a, different voice. Here, let me go ahead and do that. I'll say I have one. This is going to be Darth Maul. This is the one some of the ones I collected. Hopefully the battery is still intact here. Yeah. So turn it on. Where's the drawer? I can't find it. So when we put the crystal inside, shut the door. And then there are 2 dots.
Unless you take risks, do what must be done. There will always be limits to your abilities. Seize the knowledge. Seize the power.
So.
The dark side fights without mercy, without remorse. If you want to be victorious, you need to find the same strength inside you. You were given your gift for one reason, to use it.
Okay, so that is just one example. I said that is Darth Maul. So, that's just one example. So, like, comment, subscribe on this video, other videos on my channel. Tell me that you like this video, that you like the videos that I do. I don't really have a theme on my channel or purpose of my channel. I just like to make videos and see if I can help out, kind of give you a glimpse of my life, what I like to do. Of course, as you can see from the backdrop, from the dresser here, what's on the dresser, and the picture is there, you can tell that I'm a huge Star Wars fan. This whole room, this whole spare bedroom here is dedicated to Star Wars. It's all decorated in Star Wars. See, there's another picture right there. As you can see, there's some Funko Pops from behind me, bobbleheads, Funko Pop bobbleheads, and so I have a lightsaber collection somewhere over there. The bed here is draped in Baby Yoda or Grogu. Opposite me, right over there on this side, there is a window, and so I have blinds, a blind with a Grogu. So, kind of a glimpse into my life, especially a glimpse into this right now. So, what I want to do is I want to reach 100 subscribers right now. I want you to like this video, I want you to comment on this video, and I want you to subscribe to my channel, okay? So, once I reach 100 views, 100 subscribers, I will take a look at my subscribers, the ones that have subscribed. The ones that are already subscribed will probably get like a double chance of winning a kyber crystal. And then I'll announce the winner, and then I'll try to send one out to you. So, all right. With all that said, let's get into what I wanted to do for this video. Is that episode 20 of season 5, The Wrong Jedi. Again, we're going back to Ahsoka has been accused of bombing the temple, and she is going through a trial and all this stuff. And I just was watching it the other day, and I just think that is such a sad episode, because the Jedi Council knew that Ahsoka was innocent of these charges. They didn't know who it was, and all the evidence might have pointed to Ahsoka, but they knew in their hearts that Ahsoka was not the one to blame. And really, they were kind of pressured into charging somebody. Since the evidence pointed to Ahsoka, they were, pretty much pressured by, what was his, Tarkin? That was his name? Not at the time, not at this time, was Moff Tarkin, but he was Commander Tarkin, Admiral Tarkin, something like that. And so they're kind of pressured by the officials because clone troopers had been killed in that blast. The Jedi Council were kind of pressured, but they knew that Ahsoka was not to blame, but they did it anyway. And I just think that is such a betrayal of Ahsoka. This episode shows how far the Jedi Council and the Jedi Order has fallen during the Clone Wars. And no doubt that is what, Darth Sidious as Emperor Palpatine, well, not Emperor at the time, but Chancellor Palpatine, that was their goal. That was his goal, was to, and if you read the Plagueis novel, Darth Plagueis novel, that, he says to Darth Plagueis when he's still an apprentice, Darth Sidious, that, the Jedi need to be shown as the enemies of peace and justice rather than the guardians. And so that's what happened, and that's why you can see the degradation of the Jedi Council. And I just think it is such a sad episode because Ahsoka, she's the embodiment. She's the, I don't. She is the one. She is the light. Okay, if you've watched the previous episodes, seasons of the Clone Wars, so that that actually Ahsoka was killed. Actually, Ahsoka was killed, and she was brought back to life by the sister. And if you see that the brother was the one that actually killed her, the brother represents the dark side, is the embodiment of the dark side, and the sister is the embodiment of the light side. And so when she's brought back to life, the sister is already dying, but she wants to, her last wish is to transfer her consciousness, her being, into Ahsoka to resurrect Ahsoka. And so that's what she does with the assistance of Anakin Skywalker. And so again, this episode, The Wrong Jedi, is just such a sad episode because, Ahsoka, she's the embodiment of light, the light side. She would not do this. She would not do something like this. She even says that herself in these few episodes that lead up to this, that she would never do something like this. And it goes back to the Jedi knew this. They knew this in their hearts. And I just think, I just can't get over how sad and how, I just think it is such a betrayal. Towards the end of that episode, right before it ends, she goes through her trial, and Anakin has been with her. He's been on her side the entire time. He has no doubts whatever that Ahsoka is innocent. And so he's trying to find the one that is guilty. And, if you haven't seen the episode by now, I know you've been hiding up under a rock or something, but, Ahsoka, she suspects that Asajj Ventress is to blame because they had worked together a little bit, but then Asajj Ventress at that time had become a bounty hunter, and since Ahsoka had a bounty put on her, they were trying, but they had a common ground, and so they worked together for a while, but then Asajj Ventress seemed to betray her, which it turned out not to be Asajj Ventress. It was actually Barriss Offee. Barriss Offee had attacked Asajj Ventress and had taken her mask that Ventress was wearing and her lightsabers, and so it made it appear it appeared to Ahsoka that Asajj Ventress was trying to betray her had decided to betray her at the end. And so, but it was actually Barriss Offee that did all this. She attacked the temple based on her belief that the Jedi Order had fallen. They actually were the enemies of peace and justice. They had actually become enemies and warmongers, and so that's why Barriss Offee did what she did. but again, going back to what I was just trying to say, that back towards the end of that episode, when they're back in the council chambers, Ahsoka has had her trial. She's been found innocent of all these charges, and so back in the Jedi Council chamber, some of the council members were actually, in my opinion, talking down to Ahsoka. They weren't trying to, they weren't, in my opinion, they weren't apologizing, even though that's what some of the masters said, that they apologized. But I don't think they were apologizing. It seemed to me like they were insulting Ahsoka, and they were just being high and mighty, as again, what the Jedi Council. This has happened to the Jedi Council. And so, like I said, Master Plo Koon, if you've watched any of that other previous of the season of the Clone Wars, you know that he calls her Little Ahsoka, because he's the one that actually discovered her as a youngling. From she had the Force, and so she was to be brought to the temple to be trained and all that stuff. Well, he had ever since then had been calling her Little Ahsoka, and so at the end, he kind of just, as if nothing had happened, he just goes right back to calling her Little Ahsoka, and so this way you have our humble apologies and all that other stuff, and I'm just like, how more insulting can you get, Master Plo Koon? And then the next one, I can't pronounce his first name, but it is Jedi Master C10. I don't know. He's got those like little horns that come across his shoulders. Says that Ahsoka through this trial, Ahsoka showed such great strength and such great resilience. And I'm like, again, how insulting can you be? She was already great. She was already strong. She was already resilient. Ahsoka was all these things already. You don't need to tell her this. She's like, at one point, she actually goes like this. She actually crosses her arms. She's like, she gives that little, like, really? And so, it's just insulting. And then Kiani Mundi, which is, by the way, my least favorite Jedi Master. He is terrible. He says that this is her true sign of this trial was the true sign of the Jedi. Her trying to prove her innocence. All of her, at the beginning when she was accused, she was running, and that made her appear guilty. But he said that was her great trial. That was the true sign of a Jedi, to run away and prove your innocence. And I just like, again, that is just so insulting. And then you got Master Windu, who's actually one of my favorite Jedi Masters on Council. I just think that he did almost the worst. Probably the worst, second to Master Yoda. Master Windu calls this her great trial. The Force works in mysterious ways. And then, so, that's just like, really? Ahsoka, she goes like this, and I'm like, really? That's exactly what I would do. And then, Master Yoda, again, Windu, I would say, had the worst of all those sayings, but then Yoda, he just welcomes her back into the Order after expelling her. And I'm like, Master Yoda, he's the head council, he's the high council member, he's the one that all the other ones inspire to and look to. And I'm just like, all these masters, even Master Yoda, I'm like, geez, come on. Again, that goes back to, they all knew that Ahsoka was innocent before this trial, and all this evidence, circumstantial evidence, came up against her. They knew, but they were pressured by the by talking and from the Republic forces and all that stuff. They actually asked the Jedi members. That's why they were pressured. She actually asked that they would expel Ahsoka Tano so that she could be tried by a military trial, so she could have the worst punishment, which was death, punishment of death. So they couldn't do that when she was still a Jedi. So I mean, I just going back over this episode. Not only is it the saddest episode, I mean, I think everybody at this point, if they weren't already, was a huge Ahsoka fan. They were on her side, and again, this shows how good Anakin Skywalker was. Even later, what all the bad things he would do. But this was one of the things that led up to it. He molded Ahsoka, and she was the perfect Jedi. So this shows how good Anakin was. This shows how good Ahsoka was, and if they had just embraced change, the Jedi Council, that things might have to change. Not only could this Ahsoka event could have been not happened, avoided, but the whole council, the whole Jedi members, all that, the Jedi Order could have been saved. Anyway, that is just what I wanted to say. It's just been on my mind lately because that is such a betrayal. Such a betrayal from the Jedi Council, the ones that are supposed to encourage peace and justice. This was not justice. So that's just all I wanted to say. It has been a long video because I've had a lot to say, and yes, in my videos I tend to ramble on, but it is at 22 minutes right now. And since I recorded another video this morning I'm going to try to get those two videos together and get them on my channel to try. This is what I need to do, is I need to make more videos, just whatever, as long as they're entertaining and have a purpose to them. That I need to get these out on my channel so people can watch them, people subscribe, people like and comment. Which, please, I would beg you. And that comes back to my giveaway. I have all these kyber crystals here, and I have been trying to sell them on various websites. But if that's what it takes, I would gladly do that. If this is motivation for you, the watcher here, to subscribe to my channel, please do so. Like I said earlier at the beginning, I have found out how to look at my subscribers, my recent subscribers, and once I reach 100 subscribers, since that's what's going to take, I have to do this little by little instead of going from 0 to 1,000. You don't do something like that. It takes little baby steps, I've come to realize. And so, I reach 100 subscribers, I will put them into a drawing. These 100 subscribers, like I said, the ones that are already subscribed, I have 12 subscribers. They will be kind of like put into the pot two times because they're already subscribed. But if that's what I need to do, that's what I'll do. So I thank you all for watching. As I've said several times, I want you to like this video. I want you to comment on anything. Comment on what I've said. If you agree with what I've said, if you've got something else that I've missed that you want to point out, you like my backdrop, you like my kyber crystal collection, you like my Funko Pop collection. Now, my lightsabers are actually over in that corner right there, so it's kind of hard. Let's see if I can. Yeah, you can see them there. But I can't. I have a video on there where I showed off my lightsaber collection, and I've turned them all on and all that stuff. And so, just on here, I had time to do this, and so thank you all for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all for watching. May the Force be with you. Have a great day. I say my Force is not working.